one. I am your host, The Beetle. The Beetle. We are back, and the title of this show is 2A Still Has a Ways to Go. I just made that up. 2A Still Has a Ways to Go. Yes, I said it. 2A of the Miami Dolphins still has a ways to go. Wow. It's January 4th, 2021. The final game of the seasons were played yesterday on Sunday, and the Miami Dolphins lost against the Buffalo Bills. Buffalo Bills 56-26. That's right, 56-26. And this was the game of which the Miami Dolphins had to win to get into the playoffs. And they lost 56-26 to the Buffalo Bills and Josh Allen. Man, the Bills are deep. The Bills were bringing it for 3 quarters. And then they brought in their backups during the 4th quarter. But they were still bringing it in the 4th quarter. But this is about 2A. 2A still has a ways to go. Now, I did another previous show with 2A and Fitzpatrick and that Fitz magic. But, and I'm a big supporter of 2A, Tuanaloga. I'm mispronounced. I apologize. Let me just say 2A. Tagaloa. I'll get it. I apologize. But 2A, he had to start. There was no backup. There was no Fitz magic coming off the bench. This was all on 2A's shoulder. And let me give a shout out to Good Morning Football and Kyle Brent. Kyle Brent really calling out. He actually called out 2A this past week. Kyle Brent of Good Morning Football actually called out 2A. He said, now that once we learned that Fitzpatrick was not playing in this game, the most crucial game of the season for the Miami Dolphins, and I'm a big Miami Dolphins fan from the 70s. Yes, from the 70s. I'm old school AFC East, and I'm a Miami Dolphins fan, as you know if you looked at the Fitz Magic video. I'm a young kid of the 70s with Bob Greasy and Don Shula and Zonka, Kick, Warfield, Mercury Morris, the no-name defense, Nick Bonacati. Dag, Nick Bonacati. I just remembered his name. Nick Bonacati, linebackers, number 85. That no-name defense. Larry Little, the offensive guard. And, oh man, just the names just... But anyway, I digress. I'm a kid of the 70s, the no-name defense, the perfect season of the Miami Dolphins. And it's great to see that now the Miami Dolphins have great leadership, have great leadership. And now with Brian Flores, the head coach, African-American head coach, really has turned around this team very fast. And I'm predicting that Miami Dolphins will contend for the AFC East division title next year. But they had a chance this year. Now, let me just say, the reason why they did not win this AFC Eastern division is because 2A still has a long ways to go. I mean, I could just see in the national media, they kind of back up and back off of 2A. Now, for those of you who don't know 2A was, come from Alabama. He actually came, this superstar quarterback from Alabama. And he actually, when he came up, guess what? He moved other people away. Moved people and sat them down like Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts, how does everything goes back to Jalen Hurts for me? But anyway, 2A at Alabama started. Jalen Hurts sat the bench at the end of the season, and then transferred out. 2A won a national championship. I think he won a national championship at Alabama, but got hurt. He was still drafted by Miami Dolphins. Dolphins invested, excuse me, so much money into 2A. Drafted him, even though he had a severe hip injury and everything. The Dolphins organization drafted and invested so much money in the 2A, they were going to start him, play him sometime during the season. And that was the problem. Yes, I said it. That was the problem. Now, I'm all on board with Brian Flores. The only suggestion that I have for the head coach, Brian Flores, who I think is a great, outstanding coach, minority coach. He's phenomenal. The players get involved with him, connect with him immediately. But he is very strategic. And I'm just going to, I think, personally, as a former player, and just seeing how the maturity of these college athletes come to the professional, again, I think that 2A would have learned much more if he sat the bench more in the regular season and learned from Ryan Fitzpatrick, Fitzmagic, the veteran, over how many years? 12, 15 years? Because Fitzmagic allowed them to really get in position to be even considered for the playoffs. But again, I'm just going to call it like it is now. And everyone kind of backs up off of critiquing 2A. But I'm going to critique 2A. And what I saw in this game against the Bills, of which they lost 56-26, of which they needed to win, and there was no Fitzpatrick coming off the bench because he was under COVID protocol, so he could not play at all. So it was all on 2A's shoulder. And that's the reason why I called out Kyle Brandt from Good Morning Football. He said it on their program this past week. He said, I want to see if 2A will perform. The training wheels are off. And he called it. So I'm giving much props to Kyle Brandt on Good Morning Football. Because he said, again, I want to see 2A go from start to finish. And we found out how 2A performed start to finish. He threw 3 interceptions in a must-win game in Buffalo. And what I saw of the game, he's got great mechanics. He runs right. He runs primarily left because he's a left-handed quarterback, but he can roll right and still throw. He's a fluid quarterback. He makes good initial decisions. He has a very good arm, not a great arm, but a very good, strong arm. But let me just say this. He still needs time to mature. Yes, Football 101 is saying that 2A still needs time to mature. So I'm suggesting to the Miami Dolphins front office and the coach, bring back Fitzpatrick, sign Fitzpatrick for 2 to 3 years to mentor 2A. Because 2A is still not ready. He still has a ways to go. If you really want to compete for the AFC Eastern title, 2A still has a ways to go, and Fitzpatrick needs to be signed up for 2 to 3 years. Hello. They have a great, let me just say I will tell you what I saw throughout this. 2A completely respects Ryan Fitzpatrick. They have great chemistry on that team. You can see it. You can hear it from Tua when he talks about Fitzpatrick. He's in awe of Fitzpatrick's knowledge. He's in awe of his experience. He's in awe of his skill set. But Tua being pushed to be that leader, Tua is being pushed to be that leader. He's saying the right things, but he's being pushed to be that leader when he should be sitting back and watching. That's what's happening in the NFL. They're pushing Tua too early. I'm calling it out. He should have sat majority of the season. And that's where I do conflict with Brian Flores. When Fitzpatrick was hot, winning games for you, stay with the hot hand. Stay with the hot hand. Fitzpatrick was the hot hand. Tua, bring him along slowly. He needs to be nurtured. That's his personality. He's a quarterback that needs to be nurtured. Putting extra time. Having a mentor next to him. You can see how Fitz really stepped back and was really teaching him every step of the way. And give props to Fitzpatrick. But when it was time for him to, unfortunately, step out, could not help Tua, you saw what level Tua really is. He still has a ways to go. He has great. Dolphins are dynamic team with Devontae Parker, wide receiver, with their other wide receiver, with their running backs, with their defense, with their defensive backs who are leading the league in interceptions. Their defense is flying around. I just love the Dolphins' defense. They bringing it. But again, they were just outmatched against the Buffalo Bills, who are, let me just say the Buffalo Bills are there. But Tua still has a ways to go. I know the national media does not want to touch it, but I'm talking about it. Tua still has a ways to go. He needs to learn, and I'm going to say he needs to sit. He needs to sit again at the beginning of the season and learn from Fitzpatrick. It just proved to me, in this final game, he needs to sit and learn the first part of the next year. I know they're going to make Tua because, again, it sells jerseys. It makes money having Tua as the starter. I know it sells and makes money. But Tua is not a starter right now in the NFL. I said it. Tua is not a starter in the NFL right now. He would benefit by sitting and by learning from Ryan Fitzpatrick at the beginning of next year if Ryan Fitzpatrick decides to return. Because if Ryan Fitzpatrick does not sign up for next year and Tua is the official starter, the Dolphins will struggle. As simple as that. Why I say Tua needs to still he doesn't read defense as well. He doesn't read coverage as well. He throws into coverage. That's the reason why he had 3 interceptions yesterday. He has the skill set. That's what when you see the skill sets, when you're looking at the video, yeah, Tua can roll left, roll right, throw on the run, throw down the field. Does he read coverage as well? Does he make adjustments at the line of scrimmage? Does he know when to pull off certain pass? And does he lock into certain wide players from start to finish? So again, I really like what I saw of 2A, but you can see that he still has a ways to go. And the defensive players are just chomping at the bit. They're baiting him. They're baiting him. I know the defensive backs are baiting him so they can get an interception. They baiting him. So again, my suggestion to the Miami Dolphins, Dan Marino management, and the entire management of the Dolphins, 2A still has a ways to go. Sign Ryan Fitzpatrick 2 to 3 years. Give him a great contract. 2A is still under a rookie contract, so you can do that. Sit 2A down for the first half of the season so he can learn from Fitzpatrick. And then start him later in the second season. This was only his first season. So, again, I disagree with Brian Flores bringing in 2A this first season. He still has a ways to go. The Dolphins can contend for the AFC division title next year. And I know Brian Flores is very meticulous on how he develops talent. Yet slow it down. You have time, Brian. Coach Flores. Coach Flores, you do have time. With Dan Marino in management, you do have time. And I do understand the pressure is on a lot of all minority head coaches. And he wanted to perform. He wanted to get the branding will still be there. The extra money from 2A being on the team, being a quarterback will be there. The extra money for the Miami Dolphins will be there. But 2A still has a ways to go. So give some extra time. I'm a big supporter of 2A. But give the brother some time. He has a great family. He's from Hawaii. Great skill. And he has a younger brother at University of Maryland. Again, don't put more pressure on 2A than needs be. He's a great young man. Great athlete. Great football player. Don't put more pressure on the brother than need be. He says the right things. You can just see in his eyes. He's a bit naive about a lot of things. He's a bit naive. So he's a person you just gotta nurture along a little bit longer. It's okay. So this is straight. This video is straight for the Miami Dolphins management and head coach Brian Flores, because I want 2A to succeed in the NFL. And I want Brian Flores to stay long with the Miami Dolphins, have a long head coaching career, and take the Miami Dolphins to the Super Bowl. Yes, get the Miami Dolphins to the Super Bowl under Brian Flores. So take 2A step by step by step. That's Football 101. That's my suggestion for the management of the Miami Dolphins, my longtime AFC team from back in the day, from the superstar players of back in the day, for the team that went how many did not even lose a game under Don Shula, and it's great to see the patch for Don Shula. What was it? 365 games in his total career of coaching in the NFL. And I know Dan Marino would continue to do a great job of developing the talent and bringing more talent to the Miami Dolphins. And head coach Brian Flores, you're an outstanding head coach. It's just that 2A still has a ways to go. This is Football 101. This is the Beal. And this is how I see it with the Miami Dolphins and Tua. Stay tuned. We got more to come. We just getting started. Tell it like it is, that is. We out.